Hello, ladies, in the Money Lab. Hello, hello. Let me make sure that I am live. I went live in the wrong group, so I'm sorry for being late. I was talking for a few minutes before I realized it. That's because I'm so excited, so excited to, hey Courtney, so excited to bring this through here today. I was just saying, hey Olivia, I'm glad you're here too. I was just saying I went live in the wrong group. Oops, so I was talking for like a good 5 minutes before I realized I'm not in the right place at all. So here I am, here we are. Let's see who's gonna join us. If you do not have water right now, I would highly recommend it. We are doing some superconducting of energies here today. Happy Saturday to you too, Courtney. Hi, Angela. We are doing some superconducting of energy here today. So hydration is very important. You did make it, and I'm very glad. I know it's late for you there, so thanks for being here. I put a description of what I think of when I try to distill to an essence what remembering your future is. This is what I came up with. This is something that I've been working with my coach, remembering your future. Because the way I experience things, or let's just say access information, it comes in as a knowing and as a feeling. I don't necessarily hear words. I'm clairaudient, but not with words, all the time. And I do see things, but for me it's more of a felt sense and a known sense. Like there's something that just comes in and just like, boom, I know it. It's like the infinite self trigger gets turned on and I'm like, boom, got it, totally got it. Now I have to figure out how to talk about it. So one of the best investments I've made lately is, probably ever to be honest, is with my current coach, who is really helping me with all of the energies that are very complementary to mine, is helping me to bring this in a way to funnel this in with language and meaning so that it resonates with us here and now. That description was excellent. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Thank you for saying so, Courtney. It is something that you may want to read a few times, and just because maybe some of you who'll be watching this replay, and this will obviously stay in the group. So for those who join all the way up to October 13th, and maybe even later than that, if they haven't had a chance to read Remembering Your Future and the description of it, they will have it right here and right now. So it seems like we're doing two different activations today. No, we're doing two parts of one activation, really. So the Mother DNA Empowerment is a smaller part of a larger activation. So as I bring in more of the pieces through Sacred DNA Restructure method, with Samantha Bearden's method, and the more work I'm doing with the Earth Matrix Grid and Mother Creatrix energy, there's a lot of things unfolding with coding there, and the Mother Code activations and universal life codes that are coming through. Like all the universal codes of creation are contained in the Mother. Everything comes from the Mother. So this is part of a larger DNA shift for all of humanity. And so with my coach, with Sam Bearden's method, and the work I'm doing on my own, I'm bringing in this high level of integration of all these different things at once. So you're excited because, and I hope you're excited because you're kind of on the leading edge of this right now, getting to experience this stuff right now. So the Mother DNA Empowerment is an uplift, it's a boost, it's an energetic reset. It is putting you into this consciousness of connection between the great cosmic ocean, the cosmic womb of the universe, of the all that is, which is the Divine Mother, the Mother Creatrix, merging that and connecting it with our sacral womb, because this is where we create in the physical and where we have a physical, tangible resonance of creation of form right here in the body, and connecting with the womb of Mother Earth, the core, the crystalline core of Mother Earth, which is the fountainhead of all creation for everything that is on this planet, this 3D dimensional plane. So when we are in this space of connection, literally anything you want to create is possible. You have entered into a realm of infinite potential. You have entered into a realm of creating that has exponential proportions to it. You are moving beyond what is conceived of or conceptualized in the linear mind, which is how we break down space and time on a continuum here in 3D. And this is how we create meaning in our reality. It's how we mark time, events, how we understand our personality, our relationship with others, our relationship on an interpersonal level, our relationship with people, this planet, etc. So when we are in this space, we're connected in this space, we're literally opening up to infinite potential. And there is such a place of embodied power when we are connected to the Divine Mother through this Mother Code empowerment, this Mother DNA empowerment today. You have this incredibly profound felt sense of just how powerful you are and how limitless of a creator you are. So from this energetic, because it's all about the energetic, if we can occupy this frequency and embody it fully and sustain it, there's no limit to what we can create. So that's why we're going right into, after I connect you with this Mother DNA empowerment, to the Remembering Your Future, which will feel like a guided meditation. I'm going to be guiding you through a process of remembering your future. So remembering your future is manifesting outside of the linear mind while accessing a 0 point of eternal consciousness in the now moment. Because the now moment is the only place where creation can ever happen. It can only happen in the now moment. Creation doesn't happen in the future. The future is created in the now, okay? So you may want to read that first sentence a few times and really have it resonate throughout your whole being. All creation takes place in the pure being and the presence of now. It is a point of consciousness accessed through will and choice, so it must be deliberate. Only from this place do you have the clear feeling of your frequency and your energetic vibration. So if you want to change your reality and experience a positive shift, you must change your frequency from the now, the vantage point and the perspective of the now. There is no other way. So oftentimes as humans, we get marinating in these feelings of lack, and we either lament the past, which is siphoning off energy to create in the now, or we are looking past right now because it's too painful to look at what is. It's too painful to radically accept what is, so we go into the future and we think we can create from that space. This is always and ever an illusion. You never create from the past or the future. You only create in the now. The now is your lifeline to connection to the Great Mother, to the Mother Creatrix energy, to the creative matrix, to everything that is. Can only access that from the now. So from this place of being open and connected, sustaining, for instance, and what we're working on here, of course, is a wealth frequency. It truly is like standing in the middle of a massive data stream of infinite potential, ripe with the availability of all universal codes of creation. So when we are in this energetic of the now, we are fully aligned with the pure presence and pure being of the now moment, not only are we connected to all of the creative universal codes of creation in the universe, we are connected to the Great Mother, because you can't have one without the other, and we are limitless in our potential and exponential possibilities of creation. So let that sink in for a minute. Let that just kind of wash over you. So that's why I say read this description a few times. That visual, the massive data stream, really spoke to me. Truly. Because if you have a visual of this and go even beyond that and try to get a felt sense of this, think about, because we are all code. Humans are code. Everything that happens in the universe has a code. This glass has a code. So we are all running codes. We are all code inherently. And that all comes from the mother. So if we are connected in this space, it's literally like standing still, even though we never really do, standing still in the space and having this stream of data and information all around you, encircling you, enrobing you, going through you, coming out of you, going in you, going out of you. It is beyond conceptual. It's virtual. It is real. It's visual. It's tangible. It's pure creation. And you could literally, from that place where you're standing still, just reach out and say, okay, I'll take that one. Oh, that sounds cool. I'll take that one too. And you know what? I'll put these two together. I'm going to create this whole new thing. This is what is available to us and at our fingertips. So the old tired ways of teaching manifesting, of, writing down an affirmation 2,500 times, or being in that space of duality, literally saying, I am not wealthy, I am not rich, I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy, I want money. We have to go beyond dissecting these, the minutia of, I am this and I am not this. If we are constantly dissecting our reality through a lens of duality, we will never get to this place of creating in the realm of all that is, because we don't understand that unified field. So doing something like this allows us to play, because if you know me, I'm not about working, I'm about playing with these energies. When we play in these energies and they become more familiar to us, hello, we on an infinite level already know them, and we're remembering all this stuff, we realize how actually easy it is, and simple, and tangible, and real, quote unquote, it is to create in this way. And it's the only true way to create, because we are moving past the duality of I am or I am not. I simply am, and I simply allow. Let all that sink in for a minute. So once you're in this space, okay, of this standing in the middle of this giant data stream of infinite potential that's ripe with the availability of all the universal codes of creation, literally reaching out and touching them and saying, I want this, or that's cool, I'm glad that's there, I'll grab that later. This is for me now. This non-dual perspective allows you to be the architect of a much more refined and deliberate reality. We no longer need to create by default. Much of humanity is creating by default. We're always creating all the time. But we are either doing it by default or we are doing deliberately. I don't know about you, but I would much rather be a deliberate creator. Give me some hearts if you're on the same page. So once you are in this space of actively, dynamically, consciously creating your reality, you are manifesting a new timeline in which the reality of something you are creating can exist. So you're creating the vessel, you're creating the timeline that holds it, whatever you're creating. This is deliberate creation. And in 3D, we'll experience this through the illusion of space and time, okay? So let me explain that a little bit more. So through your frequency, meaning your energetic vibration, your felt experience, you are creating a vibrational imprint and an electronic signature on what you're creating, okay? In 3D reality, we put a timestamp on it. Put a timestamp on this creation, because that's how we conceptualize and compartmentalize things here. So you either do this timestamp on your creation. Well, we do it because we agree to play by the rules here of 3D. So when we're in this space, by the way, and creating in this way, we're really playing in 4D and accessing in and out realms of 5D and beyond. But we're really playing in the larger dimensional range of 4D when we do something like remembering your future. So, but if we are still agreeing to play by the rules of this time-space reality in 3D, defining this experience through the linear mind only, we either call this timestamp the now, the past, or the future. So in the unlimited, infinite quantum field of mind, literally the mother creatrix mind, the now is eternal. It absorbs the past. It absorbs the future. There is only now. It's only with the linear mind do we perceive that separation of the now, the past, and the future. In the infinite eternal quantum field of mind, there is no separation. The past and the future are absorbed into the now, into a unified singular field of consciousness. There is no separation. So this is what we want to access. This is our sweet spot. This is how we create. This is how we manifest. And at this point, we shouldn't be manifesting in any other way, because the rest of it feels limited, and it will continue to feel limited because we will always be defining through duality. This is truly moving into non-duality to create from this place of the all that is. So wrap your mind around that for a second, because this is fucking big. So in other words, it exists in a 0 point of now consciousness, that unified field, and it is only accessible through alignment with the frequency that created it. So in other words, that which we create, we've already created, okay? Because the past, present, and future exist simultaneously. So if you're thinking, I'm creating this now, and we put this 3D timestamp on it that, oh great, I've called it in, this is happening now. Really, you already created it. But now you're aligning with that frequency of something you already created to bring it back into the now. And what's really happening, we've already created it, so what we're doing, we bend or jump time through our frequency to access it. Does that make sense? Please put your questions in if this doesn't make sense to you. Hi, Tammy. I'm glad you got to join. Like I said, you may want to read this a few times or listen to this a few times. So anything that we create, that we are attempting to create, we're in the process of creating or manifesting, we've already created it. If we've thought about it and we've felt the frequency of it, we've already created it. It's already there. It already exists in the eternal. So we bend or jump time to get it through embodying this frequency that created it. Okay, we just line back up with that frequency. So anything we can imagine, anything we can dream up, anything we can create in our mind's eye or through a feeling or a thought, it has an energetic vibration that already exists then. It's out there in the great cosmic soup, the womb of the universe. So it is just one access point, this thing that you've called in, it's just one access point in the womb of all that is, with everything else in that cosmic soup. Yes, I totally follow. I drank that description in several times. Awesome. It is juicy. It's very juicy, isn't it, Courtney? So when you are remembering your future, you are simply recreating something in the now moment that's already eternal. Because we can't experience anything that is real unless it is eternal. So remembering your future, and I want to point this out, it is much different than dwelling on the past or constantly thinking about the future. Either one is a means of an escape. So if we're dwelling on the past and constantly thinking about the future with feelings of desperation or despair or pain or lack or sorrow or want, this is actually fleeing from the now moment, not interacting with it. So this is a different kind of energetic completely, okay? So in this space of ego illusion, where you are suffering, thinking about the past or the future, because that's what you're doing, you're suffering, so that cannot be aligned with a higher energetic. You are siphoning off energy, valuable creative juice and mojo from the now. Because remember what I said, you can only create in the now. And you're not accessing your full power, you're not accessing your full potential that's available to you in the quantum field of mind. Or what I call the Mother Creatrix mind. So siphoning off energy in this way perpetuates the duality of separation that we know so well with the linear 3D mind. And it means you are searching other timelines. You're frantically searching other timelines, so you're not in the now. You're siphoning off energy from the now. You're searching other timelines with a sense of lack or want. And you're doing it with a sense of desperation, rather than consciously and deliberately creating the timelines that are really this vessel, this container for holding all that you want to be, do, or have. Hi, Patrice. You're going to have to watch this from the beginning, lady, because there's a lot. And please do read the post I put in here. Anybody joining late, Go back and read the post for Remembering Your Future here in the group. And if you don't know where it is, just tag me and I'll tag you on it. So in the space of ego illusion, where you're fleeing from the now by dwelling on the past or the future, you are siphoning off energy from the now, taking away all of your creative mojo. Okay? Searching other timelines from an energy of lack and desperation rather than creating them deliberately and consciously. Does that make sense? So the conscious creation of remembering your future is a manifesting tool. It's a manifesting tool for understanding how we make things physical here in 3D now, accessing the unified field of eternal consciousness with a sustained resonance of the vibration of our desires in a linear space simultaneously. You may want to read that one a few times, because that's something that needs to go in beyond just here. It needs to go in here, okay? And it needs to go in here, in the womb too. So it is how we bring the eternal, the real, intangible into the now. So this allows you, what does it do? So why do you want to do this? Well, what it does is it allows you to relax into the truth of what I desire already exists. So you're shooting yourself in the foot with all the worry and the panic of anxiety of, I don't see it yet, where is it, where is it, where is it, where is it? Constantly marinating in that realm of duality, I am that, I am not that. And instead, occupying the energetic of what I desire, who I desire to be, what I desire to do, it already exists. So this allows us to relax. This allows us to embody an enlightened perspective that you don't need to then force or attach yourself in an unhealthy way to any outcomes, because it simply is. What you want already is, so you simply allow it to be. You allow yourself to receive it. Now, for some of you, that might involve a different skill set, because many of us have some difficulty with allowing, but don't worry, we're going to work on that quite a bit here in the Money Lab. So this is what we're working with today. Are you excited? So if you're joining late, please drink some water, because I mentioned in the beginning of the call, we're super conducting some very powerful energies here today. So we want to make sure that we're hydrated so we can allow the flow of what is coming through. And that means plenty of water after also. Hi, Svetlana. I didn't see that you joined, but I'm glad that you're here because you're going to love this. I'm so glad that all you ladies could be here live. I think there's only a couple people that couldn't make it. So this is a good thing. All right. So hopefully you are in a place where you won't be disturbed for the next, it does feel powerful already. I can't tell you how incredible it is to bring this stuff through. And the excitement that I feel like, because it's real for me when I experience it, but it becomes really real for me when I get to share it with other people. Does that make sense? So, and do rewatch this, ladies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into, it's going to stay in the group, so you can go back to it, but I will also create an unlisted YouTube video. So I'll just put that link to it in the file section, so you don't have to go, because there's going to be a lot of information here in this group, so that way you don't have to go like sifting through all of the posts and stuff, okay? Okay, great, Svetlana. I'm glad you made it. This will be something that you'll want to go back to, because it's going to hit you on a different level each time. This is an incredibly powerful manifesting tool, and it's going to change the way you look at manifesting, because the way we think about manifesting something often and up till this point has been through this lens of duality. I have, I do not have. I am not. I do not. So we are sidestepping the duality and the need to sift through all the minutiae of the limiting beliefs and the limiting feelings and the memories, not that these things aren't valid, not that they haven't brought us up to a point of, where we can be here now and radically accept our situation and defy the past by changing it all now. I'm not discounting all of that and the limiting feelings and maybe choices that we felt like we diminish ourselves or we discount ourselves or all of that. Those things are real, especially if they are resonating in your energy. They are real. But if we're really talking about stepping into the realm of divine creation, it has to be from this place of moving out of the lens of duality and into this idea of singularity, that everything is one, stepping into this unified field and creating from that place. Because not only does it feel amazing and expansive and allows for exponential levels of growth, but it is this place that deep down we all remember very, very keenly. And this will, for many of you, this will feel like a remembering as we do this. It feels like a going home, essentially. Because in a way, we're reuniting with the mother without any resistance. We are reuniting with the energy of the one, the all, the consciousness from which all life emerges. Okay. So get yourselves comfy. This will probably be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we shall see. Take a couple deep breaths in and really get yourself present. It is so much more fun with friends. Connect with your breath. Can you hear the music that I'm playing? I can turn it up if you like. It's just a very, very deep healing, and I will share it with you because it's nice to have on in the background as we are doing this. Hello. There I am. Okay. There it is. I think you will like it too. Connecting with the breath still. If you can have your feet flat on the floor to kind of ground yourself, feeling that hum of Mother Earth, her electronic signature come up through your feet, it will help you to ground more of this energy. Go ahead and close your eyes. And as much as you can, don't try to force it, but just allow any of the mental chatter, anything that's coming up in your mind's eye, just kind of let it all go blank. It's not like you have to force the silence. You simply access it. You allow it. And take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just feeling the heaviness of the body on the bed or the ground you're laying on or the chair you're sitting in. Feel your shoulders relax as you roll them back a little bit, opening up the energy of the chest, which is just a natural gesture and sign to the universe that you are ready to receive. Some of you may already feel a tingling, like an opening up in the crown. This is perfectly normal. And in order to help all parts of you relax into this space, say this declaration to yourself out loud or in your own head. I allow myself to receive this healing and integration. I allow myself to receive this healing and integration. Very nice. I already felt a shift for two of you there. And remember, in this space we are accessing the silence, the infinite void of the womb of all creation, of all that is. If it helps you to visualize in your mind's eye a vast expanse of space, galaxies, stars, star clusters, nebula, going out in all directions beyond that which you can see, beyond that which you could even know or encapsulate with the human intellectual mind. A vastness without borders, a continuation of consciousness. And access the silence, the purity of that. It is the womb of no thing, the infinite, the vast potential of creation that is without form, that is just pure essence. Waiting for the touch, the energetic signature of your master creative abilities to bring this essence into form. You are the infinite creator. You are of the web of life, breathed into form by the Mother Creatrix. You are one of many points of consciousness in the creative matrix. And by being tapped into this grid work, you access all of the power of creation of the Great Mother that is embodied in this web. You create from a place of pure being, eternal consciousness, rooted in this 0 point of the now. And so it is. And from this space, imagine a column of energy that is being formed and extends down from the heavens, through all time, space, realities, through the layers of lights in the universe, coming down through the heart of your higher self, in through the crown of your physical being, down through the head, in through the heart, and into your sacral womb, the physical womb. And feeling this profound shift as you make this connection. And you may even experience or see or feel the infinite vastness of the womb of the Great Mother inside your own womb now. And yet another column or cord of connection extends down from your physical sacral womb, going down from the base of your spine, through all the layers of the earth, continuing down, traveling down, drifting down, and connecting in with the crystalline core, the womb of Mother Earth. And feel this shift as you create this connection. Now joining the energy of this divine triad. The great void, the vast consciousness of the womb of no thing, with your sacral womb, and the womb of Mother Earth. In this space, you are accessing quantum codes of deep soul healing. You are accessing universal codes of accelerated manifestation. You are intimately and wholly linked to the energy which holds all the codes of creation. Holding this energy now within the sacral physical womb, with the ability to ground all of your manifestations, whatever you would like to be, do, or have, into the womb of Mother Earth, completing this sacred triad of divine energy. Simply being connected in this space clears all of the trauma of grief and sorrow, shame, guilt, disinheritance of female sovereignty, disinheritance of your femaleness, disavowal of your feminine truth, that you are powerful, that you come from and are directly in the lineage of the Great Mother. And the clearing of anything that is currently stored in the womb that is not sacred. And take a deep breath in. Simply allow the release of this energy. And releasing it into the tomb of the womb. Everything is created in the great womb of the all that is, and everything returns to that space to be regenerated, transmuted, transformed. From this elevated quantum consciousness, this multi-dimensional perspective of being connected to the all that is from several different 0 points of consciousness at once, there is a merging here of what we would perceive in this space as duality, becoming singular, becoming one. Going back to the Great Mother. This energy is regenerative and generative all at once. And activating in this space, Mother Creatrix is commanded to send the Sacred Soul Alignment bending time now. And from this place of clarity, of pure being fully and completely immersed in the now with all aspects of self present, as you've called back all parts that you've disinherited or disavowed into this space, going into the energy of that which you desire to create. What is it that you want most right now? And through this desire, answer this question. What is the feeling I am searching for? What will this thing that you desire to be, do, or have allow you to embody in the sense of a feeling, a felt experience? In this space of infinite potential, you have access to all of the quantum codes of creation, the universal codes. You have access in this space to the full emotional spectrum, the highest levels of love, mercy, kindness, compassion, divinity, all available to you in this space. There is no limitation to what you can access in this space. So as you sustain the energetic of that which you desire to create and the felt experience of that, you are creating an energetic signature. From this place of accessing the womb of no thing and pure essence that becomes form, you are the creator in this space. Through this energetic signature, you are creating a feeling, felt sense of it. You can expand the visual of it. What do you look like? What does your life look like and feel like when this thing is tangible, real? It is benefiting you in your life daily, bringing you joy, the energetics of joy, happiness, abundance, fulfillment, self-satisfaction, wealth, prosperity, health. The longer you sustain this energetic in this space, you are allowing for the shifting of energies on a multiversal level to bring this into being on the physical 3D plane. In unrealized form, it already exists. You have already created it. And say to yourself in this space, what I desire already exists. You are using this unabridged, unfiltered technology now to create at will from this place of singularity, from this place of the unified field of consciousness, bringing it into meaning by allowing it to be now. You are simply accessing a point of consciousness that you just created. So why wouldn't you allow it? You created it. This energetic leaves breadcrumbs. This energetic leaves clues. This felt experience of what you are in the now moment of, right here, right now, and present with, is by your will and choice something that you reunite with, realign with at will. No one, no thing, no power exists that can take you out of alignment except for you and only you. It is an allowance of your energy. And it is easier to allow than to resist. It siphons off more of your creative energy to resist rather than to allow. Accept this in as truth. Breathe it into your heart. As you are continuing this resonance, you may see yourself receiving this thing 5 minutes from now, 5 days from now, 5 years from now. But ask yourself, is it possible to bend time, to jump time, to be in this energetic often, as much as possible, as much as you allow through your free will choice and deliberate decision to create? How often will you allow yourself to access this energetic? Because the longer you sustain this, the longer you allow this energetic to resonate through your being and ripple outward through the unified field, you are creating this thing now, and you are bending and jumping time to bring this into a point of consciousness that you would recognize as now. Take a deep breath in and say, I allow. I allow. I allow. Notice any other messages or feelings, or it could be emotions, trapped feelings emerging. Allow yourself, while in this space, to radically accept what is. And only from this place of radically accepting what is, we place value or create that which we desire to be. What is not finite. It is merely a stepping stone for creating what we want to be, what we wish to be, who we wish to be, what we desire to have. Radically accepting what is means you understand the contrast of duality. It is simply a realm of reference in which to choose your reality going forth. It is temporary, it is fleeting. And you can even imagine in your mind's eye, as you're holding the resonance of envisioning what you are becoming or doing or having, and feeling into that space of it, you can imagine pulling this in. If it's a vision that exists outside of you in some way, you can imagine just taking a deep breath in and pulling it in alignment with that column of connection that goes deep down into the crystalline core of Mother Earth, grounding this into the now. You are remembering your future. It already exists. It has already come to pass. You are simply aligning it with the present. you may use this for anything, anytime. And reuniting first with the power of the Great Mother allows you to create from this place that exists outside of duality, that exists in the singularity of the unified field of eternal consciousness, where everything that is or can ever be is accessible now. Take a deep breath in. Notice any other messages. Maybe you have guides working with you. Maybe the Great Mother is speaking to you, asking for any clarity or discernment on any messages that have come through. Tell me more, show me more. Thank you, Mother Creatrix. And now begin gently pulling that cord of connection back down from the womb of eternal consciousness, from the womb of no thing, bringing that back down through the heart of your higher self, back down through the crown, through the heart, and back down through your sacral physical womb. And feel that expansion as you hold the infinite within the physical. And then bringing that back down through the cord of connection that goes back down into the Mother Earth core, the Mother Earth womb. Asking for any final healing of anything we are holding in the physical womb that is not sacred. Thank you, Gaia. And now gathering this perfect energy, bringing it all the way back up through the soles of the feet, all the way back up through the body and to the top of the head. And allow yourself to gently, energetically disconnect from this transmission now. And when that feels complete, go ahead and open your eyes. And then please share with me how you feel. So of course, it feels loving. Of course, it feels supportive. Of course, it feels expansive. It feels vast. The more you play in this space, if you have any fear of the void or the abyss, some of us have a hard time conceptualizing that which goes on and on and on and has no borders or boundaries. And so when we think of the void, it can put us into this ego fear of free falling, which is one of the only fears that babies have. And that's interesting because as we come from the mother, we fear being dropped, falling when we're small and helpless. And we often go back to these energies as adults when we feel the unfamiliar, when we are cast into a new realm of experience. We have this sense of, I'm free falling, this is bad, this is scary. So that's totally normal. But the more you visit this space of the void, the more you go through a process of remembering and uncovering and peeling away the layers of ego illusion that have kept you from this lifetime and many others of being completely united with the Divine Mother. Would anyone like to share their feelings or experiences, or did I put you to sleep? Or maybe it feels too intimate to share in this space, but I would like to assure you as we go forth in the Money Lab, we are going to uncover things that are uncomfortable. And I can tell you from having done this work for quite some time with women now, a lot of the same things we're holding on to especially as women, healing our money story, it ripples through the collective, the female collective. So if you are feeling something diminishing or discounting or painful, sorrowful, full of grief and shame and guilt, there's a really good chance someone else in here has got the same thing going on. And it also makes us feel that we're not alone. So I will always be the one leading the charge and putting my money where my mouth is, where that's concerned. I'm going to share a lot about my own healing experience with money that will help many of you. So I encourage you in a spirit of sisterhood to do the same thing. Well, lots to process after that, much of it related to my connection with Isis and lifetimes as a priestess and oracle. Wow, very, very cool, very cool. This goes along with the channeling I'm desiring to connect with as well. Nice, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This will be turned into a YouTube video. This will still be here in the feed, but I'm going to turn it into an unlisted YouTube video. So I would kindly ask that you not share that YouTube outside of this group, because it's really only for you ladies in here, and I'm going to be using this in private sessions with people, but I will also be sharing it in Heal, Awaken, Align Bootcamp. And we're going to actually be expanding on this even more in January in the bootcamp. Svetlana says, thank you. It was great. I had a question about abandonment, and the mother showed me that it was a program. And then it changed the same time you started to lead us to our future. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful, Svetlana. Thank you for sharing that. That's very intimate and beautiful. So I'm going to sign off and go ground this even more in the outside world by taking a walk with my dog. Please do drink a lot of water. You're going to have more processing and integrating. Even if it feels like nothing came up for you in this space, there were transformational shifts that are continuing to unfold and integrate for you. So just be kind and generous to yourself. Be sweet. Be forgiving and loving to yourself no matter what comes up in this space. Some of us may have some deep wounding that we're healing in this space. All of it is safe and right and will unfold in divine timing for you. I feel complete and comforted. It is very comforting, isn't it? Very, very comforting space to be in. Very supportive, very nurturing, and very forgiving. It's a beautiful space to spend some time. And this is obviously drawn out a little bit more because I wanted to give you an explanation, but when you run this again on your own, it can be very, very quick to do the remembering your future part of this. It's really, you can do it without connecting to the Great Mother, but why would you? Because you are in the infinite space of potentiality and the non-dual. So if you're using this remembering your future, but still working on it in an energetic alignment with duality, meaning I have this, I don't have this, I want this, I don't have it, the remembering your future guided meditation you'll take yourself through won't be as powerful. Sneezing like crazy, about to pull a muscle. Oh my God. Sorry. Drink lots of water. You are funneling out toxins. Okay, your body's attempting to get rid of it. So be kind to yourself and drink lots of water today. And if you want to even bump up your blood purifying abilities, you can put a little bit of liquid chlorophyll in your water, which will be really helpful as well. Okay, are there any questions about this at all? And continue to as you watch the replay, ladies, those of you who are continuing to join the Money Lab, please add your comments to the replay. I'd love to know what's going on, but I will have a YouTube video that is going to be accessible in the files section. All right, ladies, thank you for so many of you being here and sharing in this space. It was really lovely to bring this forward and share it with you, and it was really my privilege, my pleasure to do so. So have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.